Hey man, how's it going?
Doing pretty good, Steven.
What's going on?
Oh, it's going pretty good.
Just thinking about rejecting this taxi ride because it's like a Tesla, dude.
Why would you want to do that?
Because Elon Musk is such a prick.
That I can't argue, but
I'm just kidding with you. This thing looks, it's nice inside.
Yeah.
He knows where, I don't know. He's just an asshole.
Like I said, I can't argue with that. But
nothing personal about you.
Oh no, I would never take it.
I like
personal.
the dreads, man.
Let's
get high on the way over there.
If only this
shit was legal,
you know,
in this state.
But the car's driving itself. There'll be a time. There'll be a time when this will be a legit thing to do.
I hope he's long gone. I hope they just need to get rid of his ass.
They'll never do
Maybe
that.
Maybe he'll OD on ketamine and fall into a K-hole. I don't know.
Never crawl out.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like I said, I've been following the company since 2020, and his behavior has gotten a little more eccentric. It's kind of like being a fan of Kanye West a little bit.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
College Dropout was amazing. Like,
yeah.
You're like, okay, there's talent here.
Yeah.
And then it kind of spirals. But I can't argue the
like
vehicles.
Being a fan of Diddy, too?
Well, I mean, Diddy was more of a producer. I mean, you'd have to follow all the people he's produced. And
a little asshole, too.
Power corrupts. Absolute power.
Power and money, right?
Yeah.
This is the nicest vehicle I've been in since I've been here, so.
No, I can't argue it. I'm just testing out the software. They're going to launch the Robotaxi in Austin here in a little bit. And I'm trying to see how the efficacy of it as a Robotaxi. I'd love to just send this thing out without me in it.
Can you do that?
That's the plan, right? I mean, it is Elon, so you got to factor in.
Are you working for them, or what are you doing?
No, man, I'm retired military.
But but are you an Uber driver?
Yeah, I do Uber, right? But I'm retired. I want to test the software, and the best way for me to do it is to use Uber or Lyft, because my daily drives send me to the dog park or VA appointments. It's quite limited.
Okay.
But I've never been over here with FSD activated, so this is kind of like
this is like we're just in the car and it's driving itself.
I'm supervising it. When my spidey sense goes off, I can take over and do the right thing.
Shit.
But I haven't done that. I've been in this car for 5 hours and haven't really had to do anything besides the last 100 feet stuff.
So what's the deal with it? This is not your car?
No, this is mine. Yeah.
Okay, but you don't have you didn't have this. You added the software or what?
Like I said, I bought my first Tesla in 2020.
Okay.
And this is a 2025 Model 3. My wife has a Model X.
Which is what?
The Model X is the one with the falcon wing doors. It's kind of like their SUV, their big SUV.
She's got one of those.
Yeah.
Is she driving that for Uber?
No, God no. No, that's just that's her driver. You know, she had a Model Y, which was a smaller compact SUV.
Okay.
And she just wanted to upgrade, and the premium vehicles, whether they be the Cybertruck S or X, you think this is nice? She won't even go back to this. Like, this is
why? She's inside so nice.
She's so bougie, right? The features that are in those premium vehicles. She's gotten so used to it. It sits higher. It's kind of like she's in a cockpit of an airplane.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't go back. Exactly.
It's like sitting up higher than everybody else, which makes you feel a little safer.
Yeah. She's like, I can't. She doesn't even like being in my car because it's so low to the ground. But we just, like I said, I understand there's a lot of people that won't buy a Tesla because of Elon Musk. I get it, but we can't go back. I can't go back to driving. It feels like Fred Flintstone is driving around in all these other cars. I don't want to ever drive again.
So you're not even like, what are you doing with the car at all?
I'm just supervising.
So when you pulled in to pick me up, did you have to
I had to disengage because there was a car behind me that wanted to go in that little lane, and I figured you would come, so we would, I kind of disengaged to send it that way. But in the future, like in Austin, they're gonna have designated locations where people will meet these cars.
Well, I've seen these cars in I think it was San Fran.
Waymo.
Yeah, what was the deal with that? But I didn't. Were they delivery service or was that a taxi?
If they got the spinners on it and
Yeah.
they look like, to me they look like clown cars, but they're useful. I'd rather people be in that than drive distracted, tired, or inebriated.
So
That's Google.
It was Google?
Yeah, Google's Waymo.
So
And they use LiDAR and radar, and they've kind of mapped the area to, know exactly where they are, and
so
they do a good job.
Delivering packages?
No, people.
Really?
Yeah.
Just in San Fran?
They're in 4 cities right now. They're basically in the Bay Area, Austin, and Arizona.
Okay.
Phoenix, Arizona.
What do you feel about, like, that's taken the... So, you okay with the fact that there's no person involved with it?
I think they're safer. Just experiencing FSD, you'd rather this thing be driving than me. Right? When we get to your end destination...
But what changes? So it's got to figure that out. Like,
it's already...
To it?
It's already figuring out what's the trajectory of humans, the cars, whether they're parked or driving.
What if something I'm like, hey, turn right here? Or like, hey, this is like...
That's what I want to know, because Tesla's going to launch their service in Austin here at the end of the month. If an Uber rider's like, I need to do this now, they can do it in the app, right? If you were to say it, I could do it, but technically you're supposed to do it in the app. And I think that's where Tesla's gonna, if you had to do something different, you would just say so in the Tesla app and it would re-navigate. Like,
I understand the evolution of it, but like, to me, it's like, this is like, I don't know, politically, it's like fucking, not politically, but like, I just feel like you're taking jobs away from people that need jobs.
I could see that.
Drivers, and it's not like you need the job per se as much as some of these other guys that are doing it, right? Like,
but think about,
like, you understand it's going forward no matter what.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But we're losing all the production jobs. The United States doesn't produce anything anymore. Then we're going to lose all these jobs with drivers in the big cities. I mean, how many people do you figure are employed in Houston by Uber, man?
Probably thousands. I would say.
I'd say more than that, right? Like,
that's a significant amount. But just like the cabs, right? Yeah. When Uber and Lyft came along, they kind of just destroyed cabs in various different areas that didn't have strong cabbie unions. Yeah. And those cab drivers turned into Uber drivers and Lyft drivers. And I think with self-driving Waymo, they're not trying to sell these cars to people. Right, those cars you saw in San Francisco, Waymo owns those. Those things cost around $200,000 just to refit. But this car cost $35,000 after the tax rebate. I own this, and eventually,
which is so cheap, man.
Right? So instead of
but here's the issue. You own this for $35,000. Not to get off track.
Oh, go ahead.
You own this for $35,000, right?
Right.
You get into a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
You have straight up insurance, because I heard it's a nightmare to get them fixed.
Yeah, because they're like micro machines, right? They're like one body assembly.
Well, nobody can fix them. I mean, it's like there's
Tesla.
Very few people that can fix these.
They're not designed to be fixed, right?
So they're just going to the junkyard.
Not necessarily, right? Tesla will repurpose. If this thing got into an accident and it was totaled, they could take the battery, recycle the battery, melt down all of these parts, put it back into it, and make new Model Ys out of it.
Really doing that, or is that just...
Oh, yeah.
They
are. Yeah.
So they're not just going
to the
money. Junkyard with all the other junk.
No,
that's at the junkyard.
This is money, especially their batteries that they've already got from Panasonic and all these other... When they get a trade-in, they're not... some of these things are lasting like upwards to 200,000 miles. It's lasting longer than they ever anticipated, but they fully expected when the cars were junked that they would just recycle everything. And they've been doing that to a degree, but even cars from 2016, 2017, they're still on the roads and they're just racking up miles. People are using them for Turo and everything else. Crazy mileage on these things.
Wow.
So...
yeah, I can see this being good for Turo.
Yeah. I talked to a lot of Tesla investors that they have like 8 different Teslas that they rent out on Turo, and it's one heck of a business because there's no maintenance. They're replacing tires. Like, they're replacing tires at a high rate of speed, but everything else is perfectly fine.
Wow. Yeah, I just been giving my friends that own Teslas shit.
Perfectly legit.
Aspen,
like, I'll take it.
And Aspen's like pretty liberal, except for the really, millionaires billionaires.
Right.
Well, the billionaires.
Houston's pretty liberal too, man. I get it too. I get it too. Like I said, I'm a Democrat.
I like Houston. Huh?
Yeah, I'm a Democrat. And so when he started spouting and helping Trump, it didn't make me feel good.
No.
But it wasn't like I was going to trade this thing in.
No, I hear you. I mean, now it's gone completely south. I see him just getting fired. I don't know who's above him, but somebody needs to fire him. His board of directors.
The board is in control, but I mean that's his friends and family. They're never letting him go. They're just never letting him go.
He's just a dipshit.
I can't argue.
I'm not afraid to deal with ketamine, but in my day, but like not like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I hope he's being safe. I mean, regardless of his personality and behavior, I've done my fair bit of psilocybin, right? So I'm a live and let live kind of guy. But I just hope he's being safe. He's doing a lot with SpaceX, and eventually this software is going to be on every car in America. This is incredibly safe, and we're just having a conversation. This thing hasn't made a single mistake, not one. I can see this being on every car in America eventually, or something like this, right? If a competitor comes along.
Like, did you have to step on it at all there?
I'm not touching any controls since you've been in the car.
I was supposed to call my wife when I got in here. You ruined that. You made this Uber ride like ultra interesting.
My apologies.
Now I'm gonna get out of the car and I'm gonna have to stand around outside the restaurant and get an earful.
I'm so sorry.
She was supposed to tell me something. I don't know. It's way more interesting.
But I just hope he's sound. You know, I don't look at him as evil, but you know, he is a little separated from the common man. But you know, as far as billionaires go, that man could be on a private island somewhere and not worry about anybody. But he's choosing to do SpaceX. This is a noble goal, because as we get older, I'm gonna lose my mobility. My mom's 70. I'm thinking about, you know, being able to send this car to her so that she can get around and not have to worry about driving and getting into accidents from crazy 16-year-olds that just got there.
So would she sit in the front or the back?
Well,
that's the next question.
She can sit wherever she wants, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of. I tell you,
there's reservations.
I had a 2015 Toyota Tundra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had it, and Trump got elected, and I'm like, dude, we need to get new cars. We need to figure this out. We need to get new cars. So we both went out and got. We weren't planning on getting new cars, but I'm like, if we need to get a new car in the next couple of years, it's the only way to go. Well, the truck I wanted was like 70 grand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's fine. We'll pay 70 grand. My wife got one, like a Land Cruiser, for 58 grand.
That's
my truck has a lot of bells and whistles, right? Like there's a lot more safety features, and I feel good about my purchase. I was like, shit, I didn't want to spend 70 grand. I liked having a paid off vehicle, but it's just technology, man. It's moving rapid. It's moving so rapid. It's so much quicker than it used to, right? Like before, you didn't think about this with cars. You just weren't. I don't know. I drive a truck, any truck, and it's all be the same. And my wife is the same. And it's like, man, the safety features alone.
Yeah. That's when my wife wanted the X. It was expensive. You know, it was in that upwards to 100 grand. Yeah. But she deserves it. She's on the road a lot more than I am.
What does she do?
She just works. We live in Katy. She works in Westheimer. She's a nail technician. But you know, it's crazy because she's like one of the better nail technicians in the Houston area. Like ChatGPT knows my wife. This is insane to me.
Does she do the fancy nails?
Yeah. When the Astros were winning World Series, the news anchors would come to her shop and get Astros nails done from her. And I was like, "You're that good?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm that good." And I was like, "This is ridiculous." So she's Japanese. I want to move to Japan in a heartbeat, but she's doing so well here. She's like, "I don't want to go back."
Japan, a heartbeat. Have you been?
Oh yeah, she's from. That's where we met. I spent 3 years in the Navy, and yeah.
Where in Japan?
I was in Yokosuka. It's about an hour away from Tokyo by train, an hour and a half ish.
What a great way to start your career in the service, man.
Yeah, just 3 years, and I picked up the best souvenir I possibly could.
I'm telling you, man, does she cook?
She does. You see how big I am. You know she cooks. But
she might have long fingernails and not want to cook. I don't know.
No, she to me she seemed like a city girl. She didn't seem very like housewife-ish.
Yeah.
And then it turned out she was the ultimate housewife. And the fact that she has these skills with her hands, she probably could have been. I mean, she's an artist on a fingernail bed.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So
she could have been a doctor.
She's an artist, period. Like,
but she doesn't look at herself like that. And I was like, holy smokes.
Well, that's cool, man. I love Japan.
But yeah, that's the retirement. And I'm ready to go whenever she is.
My neighbors were telling me they were going, and I was like, man, I was like, when I went, we left for a couple weeks.
That's a good time.
I've been all over the world, but like, I was nervous because I was like, man, it's just so shockingly different than the United States. Shockingly different than, you know, there's
it's therapeutic.
everywhere.
It's so different.
Dude, it was like, everything was like, and then I rented a car because I do it everywhere I go. Some people were like, there's no way in hell I rent a car in Japan. I'm like, man, I'll rent a car. I mean, we did the trains too.
Right.
But I went to rent the car and I was like, I was really nervous. So we got to program all this stuff, all our stops in here because everything's in Japanese. And then they were like, well, the street signs are in English as well. And I'm like, oh, I'm saved. And it made it really easy, man. It wasn't like challenging at all, you know, like I wasn't driving around Tokyo or anything.
Right. I mean, you can do it. Like they look at us, when I got my license over there, they expect us to be professional. Like they assume every American that has their license is a truck driver. So they give us a lot of leeway when they're renting us cars and things like that. So it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge for sure. Yeah. It's not like there's a lot going on, right? I mean,
look at the car stops for the egress, and then is it safe to? It's so human-like.
It's pretty funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'd say the onsens are my favorite part of Japan, and the cherry blossoms, man.
See, you were there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, dude.
And how many times did you go to the onsen?
We stayed in a Rakusan. We stayed in one, right? And that's when we went. We just used it in the, you know, I stayed in one for 3 nights. And it was the kind where you go and you check your shoes in.
Right.
So you're like, what do you mean you're taking my shoes? Right? And here's your kimono, whatever.
And here's your slippers.
Yeah, here's your slippers.
Yeah.
So I was going fishing because we were on the water at this one. And I was like, well, I need my shoes. I'm not fishing with slippers. I mean, it's like, you know, it was stuff like that, and then the 20-course dinners and the breakfast, and nobody spoke a lick of English, and it was like, man, this is like next level cool, right? You know, you're just like, wipe the grin off my face. And for me, the onsen was like the bath part of it. We had our own private.
You go to the onsen every day, basically, right?
I mean, you go there in the morning, you go there in the afternoon. You're like there all day. You're like, I'm gonna go for a hike, and then I'm gonna come back and
chill in the onsen for a second.
The private one was even better because it's like sliding patio door onto the water, right? Lush.
What time of year did you go?
We were there for the cherry blossoms, so it was
so spring is still kind of, was it still kind of chilly?
Yeah, it was like you know, it was like a little bit chilly. I mean, you know, you're no clothes in with your wife in there, and you got like the soaking tub, and you got the shower thing, and you got, you know, and then you do the one that's the one with the men, of course. Yeah. I've never been to a co-ed one.
You gotta go, man.
I've never been to a co-ed. It wasn't co-ed inside but it was private.
In the private, of course, right? No, we've definitely done. Yeah. I've just never been to a co-ed public one. But yeah, I mean, you experience the onsen every day, anytime you want. Then you come back to America, and that culture is dead, right? You can't. It's like crazy they ripped that from you. Are we right here?
Yeah.
Look at the car just knowing. This is insane. Yeah, the car did all of this.
Dude.
This is insane. Hey, man, Elon's not the best of guys, but his technology is the truth.
Hey. Yeah, I'll give you 5 stars. Good, man.
Appreciate it, man.
And I'll tip you on the app, dude. How do I get out of here?
Press the button right there. Yep, and it's right. Good to go.
Not this one?
Yeah, and just push it up when you press it. No. You just press on top of it. And push it out. I think it might be open.
It's doing the window or something.
You got it?
Just doesn't pop. Wow, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too.